This is the biggest, heaviest, stupidest, most ridiculous thing I've ever driven. And I kind of love it. This insane monstrosity of a vehicle is the GMC Hummer EV, which is a phrase you thought you'd never hear. Because why would you? Why would they make an electric Hummer? Well, they have, and it's ridiculous, and it should be, because that's what you'd expect from the Hummer name. So, why is it so ridiculous? Well, because every spec about it is insane. This is an edition one. They came out with the triple motor versions first, the most expensive versions, and this edition one is already sold out. This one has tested, I mean, I think it's just how you get it. It's $110,000, and dealers were marking these up to the moon and back, which makes sense because there's a layout of the moon on the speaker grills, and there's moon graphics in here because this is a rocket ship. It is a big fat Saturn V powered by 3 motors and a 212 kilowatt hour battery pack. That battery pack itself weighs 3,000 pounds. Now add in the fact that each wheel and tire combo is about 100 pounds and all this stuff. In the sticker in the door, this thing says 9,200 pounds. This weighs 9,200 pounds. And it can go 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds. It doesn't make any sense. It's wild. It is absolutely ridiculous, and it's just so much fun. It's just, I mean, so why is it so fun? How can it go so fast, even though it is a big, chonky mofo of a machine? Well, of course, I'm messing with my GoPro. I said it weighs 9,200 pounds. It also has 1,000 horsepower. It has 1,000 horsepower. And GMC likes to tout that it has 11,000 pound-feet of torque. That's with some goofy math that nobody really uses in the industry. Actual torque is between 1,000 and 1,200 pound-feet. And with that, you could just go. I mean, sorry for the camera movement. This road's rough and this mount sucks. So you can just do the most ridiculous things. That's not going to tighten for me, is it? No, but whatever. So you could turn off traction control and do that. You can raise it up. You can crawl over things. You can put it into crab walk mode. You can just, it's insane, and it's easy to get into all these modes too. If I just come to a stop, I'm in all-terrain mode right now. There's a dial down here, selector dial. I have it in all-terrain already. If I just, there's a rear steer. So standard rear steering, it's automatically turned on, and it actually makes this thing really surprisingly maneuverable for what it is. If you just tap the button once, it'll turn rear steering off, and then it's just the front wheels, and it feels a bit more natural. But I gotta tell you, that rear steering really helps out a lot. So I turn it back on. But if I press and hold that button, it goes a big fun animation on the screen, crab walk mode. And then what it does now is you have more rear wheel steering. It pops up a camera view so you can see what the rear tires are doing. And now if I turn the wheel, sometimes it takes a second to fully engage. But let's see. And now I'm just crab walking. I'm just crab walking down the trail, you know, just doing a little sideways action, just cruising this way now. Now let's cruise back this way. This is, I mean, and then if you add in, it's really weird to drive like this, but then if you add in enough steering angle, then you get the front to turn more. but then that sets up for like, now I'm like just drifting this way in like a 3/4 pose. Again, super weird. It's, and then I'm just gonna make this turn. Let's tighten this turn up so the rear end will kick around, because I realize I want to go turn more. But now it's still crab walking because I reduced steering angle, and I'm just crab walking through here. Let me get it straightened back out to where we were, so I can turn that off, because you have to, you know, set it back to whatever. So stop that. Okay, rear wheel steering is back in auto. The first second after you drive though, sometimes it feels goofy, but now it's back to how it should be. And then if I wanted to, let me see if I can get to a place to show you the real pièce de résistance, which is the watts to freedom mode. It's called watts to freedom because it shortens to WTF. And I gotta be careful here because I'm on loose gravel, and I used this the other day on loose stuff, and it like, I'll get into why in a second. So to activate this mode, first it's gonna wanna lower the truck, so I'm gonna bring it down here already to start. But then if traction control's right here, I can hear the air pop and let stuff out, and I hit that twice. So hit it twice. Oh, hold on, sometimes, okay. Now my seat vibrated to let me know I'm going into that mode. It does, oh, let's see there we go. Now it's doing it. Fun graphic. Yes, I know it's lowering. It shows me it's lowering right here. It looks like the truck's sitting in a moon base on the graphic up here. It's just, everything about this is so ridiculous. Watts to freedom, lowering. And then when it's gonna lower more, it's gonna get low enough, and it's gonna tell you go full brake, full gas, and I'll do that in a second. And that's how you get the full onslaught of insanity. So brake harder, floor it. Ready? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's hilarious fun. I get why people would buy these. No one needs one of these, but it's like when you slide behind the wheel of an F-350 King Ranch, you're like, God, who would pay for this? This is so ridiculous, so stupid. Then you drive, you go, this is a pretty nice truck here. I get why people buy these. This is like that, but to an absolutely absurd level. And at least with an F-350, you can tow and haul insane loads. This has a tow rating of 7,500 pounds, but the gross vehicle weight rating is 10,550. So say curb weight is 9,200 plus. I've read other reports that listed at 9,600 plus. So we'll call it 9,200 benefit of the doubt based on the sticker and the door jamb. 9,200, say you have 4 200-pounders in here, that's 800 pounds. You're already at 10,000 pounds. You barely have any payload capacity left at that point. It's ridiculous. And it's just a mind-blowing machine. It's hard to see what's on that side of the vehicle because I can't get this mirror to aim exactly how I'd like it, but that's due to the width of it. But then you get used to it. You start driving it, and I'm bombing down the freeways. I'm doing 80, 85 miles per hour in a 9,200-pound vehicle, and I feel fine. I'm controlling it well. It's a physics-defying pig. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. It's like that offensive lineman who can, you know, run insane sprint times, bench press an insane amount, and then is just a freak of nature human being in all the right ways. This is what this is. This is like an electric supercar of a truck, just because it shouldn't be able to do what it does, especially with how much it weighs. But I have to tell you, I should hate this thing, and part of me does, because there's nothing green or eco about it, but they're not trying to pretend that it is either. This is the electric vehicle for people who hate electric vehicles. It takes a long time to charge unless you're on DC fast charging, but if you're on level 2 at home, but there's enough range where, you know, you can get by with it. EPA estimated range is 329 miles. I'm probably in the mid to high 2s because I'm driving it like a jackass because I can't not. So it is true to the Hummer brand. I'm getting 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour, which, if you know anything about electric vehicles, is laughably low. but you can juice it up real quickly at a 350 kilowatt charger. I did that the other day and it did it really nicely. It is actually capable off-road because it's got big tires. You can lift it way up. It's got the extract mode. It's got the crab walk. It can do all this wacky, wild, crazy crap. It's just insane. It's insane. I'm curious what the SUV is going to look like. I'm curious what the 2-motor versions are going to look like. But I think this thing is so stupid, and I love driving it.